Hey there, guys. It's Mia here, and I am so excited. I am so excited about this live today. I'm going to teach very simply over the next couple of minutes how to get free and how to stay free. Now, this is going to be for those of you who have desire to build an incredible business. Maybe you want to work from the comfort of your home, or maybe you want to work anywhere around the world. And you're just trying to figure out, how do I structure a business that will allow me the freedom and the flexibility to be able to know that I can guarantee my income. If this is you, if this is a question that you've had, you're in the right place. Now, it's also for those of you who currently are running a business, and maybe the business is running you, okay? And you know that you need to do something different in order for you to create a completely different result in your business, because you can't sustain working the way that you are working currently. It's also for those of you who have been taught to build a business based on what I call a hustle and grind model. All right. And I'm going to share with you exactly what I've done over the years to be able to build a business that has allowed me to work from the comfort of my home or anywhere in the world, literally over the last 18 years. And I'm excited to share with you exactly step by step what I've done. Now, I'm going to pull back the layers. My only goal, as always, is to share with you what I've done. And my hope is that as a result of you hearing something that I share, that it supports you, it elevates you because it's truth, and that you can apply or take some part of what I'm sharing, and maybe it'll make a difference for you in your life and in your world. For those of you who I've not met before, I just want to personally greet you. I'm Mia Redrick. I am the mom strategist, business and life coach. I got started in my company over 18 years ago, and I simply made a decision. I made a decision that I wanted to go to work as myself. And I wanted to figure out how to take my background as a corporate trainer and my systems in motherhood, and how to package those things into a high ticket offering where I could do coaching and consulting, training, licensing, but I didn't know how to do this in my own business. And I certainly didn't know how I was going to find customers or how to structure my packages to be able to reach my ideal customers to run the business that I have today. Fast forward, I've had the opportunity to coach now thousands of women literally all around the world. And I teach them exactly what I've been able to do for myself. Package my knowledge at the highest level, how to price to fully value the kind of results that I was creating already in corporate America, that I was already creating for others personally with the skills and systems that I already had built for myself. I decided that I would share with others exactly how to price, how to market, how to position themselves in the marketplace so that they could stop trying to copy the next person or look at somebody's website to duplicate what was going on or Google search their purpose. But I wanted my clients to understand that what you know is exceptionally valuable. There's something that you know based on your background, your gifts, your talent, your expertise, your education, and your experience. There's a path that you've taken that's distinct to you. And literally, when you pull back the layers and really start thinking about the kind of results that you're creating already in the workplace, or likely just sometimes we're not conscious about our competence. When you really pull back and think about the things that people come to you over and over and over again, you realize you're closer than you think to be able to take your knowledge and use it in completely different ways. Now, today, what I'm going to teach on is how to get free and how to stay free. And I wanted to share with you my truth because I've been a full-time entrepreneur for over 18 years, and I've supported many of my clients also in making the same transitions for themselves in their own businesses. And there are certain elements that I know are really important to build a business that's based on freedom. And that's what I'm going to teach you on today. So I hope that you're super excited, because I am so excited to pull back the layers. If there's ever a question that we get every single week, multiple times a week, it is, how can I replace my income at my job or in my career? And how can I build a business and trust that what I know and who I am and what my experiences would be enough to be able to replace my income? How can I know that? And maybe you've asked yourself the exact same question. So you're going to love this live tonight. I can tell you this, and then I'll jump in. As a direct result of me running my company, I've been able to stand in the gap in many ways for my family. My husband developed kidney disease about 11, almost 12 years ago and went on dialysis. And I don't know what you know about dialysis, but it was pretty scary time for us. Therapy is very aggressive, 3 times a week, 3 hours each time. And one of the things that I was so grateful for is because I had built a business properly, I could stand in the gap for my husband when he needed me most. And I know this isn't a sexy story, but it's my story. It's my truth. And when I coach my clients, I always coach them from the perspective of how can you build a business right the first time so you can stand in the gap for anyone in your family if you ever needed to. We were able to hire a private physician for my husband so he could get elevated care. He didn't have to, when he got a kidney transplant, focus on just running back to work. He could literally take his time and heal. And that's super important. You know, as a result of growing this business properly, my husband and I equally have been able to give our children a world-class education. We've invested over $1 million just in elementary, middle, and high school alone. Fact. Okay. Not counting college because my oldest got pretty much a full ride. My daughter's got a partial scholarship. So not counting college, just elementary, middle, and high school. And I say this to you because I know a lot of the women that follow me, one of the things that matters to you, your family, your children, and you want to give them the best. And some of that for some of you, is education. Maybe you want to invest in an independent school, or you don't want your kids to have any college debt or anything like that. When you build your business the right way, you can show up in very powerful ways and make incredible decisions for your family that really transcend and really support them. So I hope that as a result of what you hear tonight, there's something that really sticks with you, and that you understand that what you know is very, very, very valuable when it's packaged the right way. So if you're ready, I'm ready. And if you're ready, and for those of you who've been coming back to my lives over and over again, you already know the drill. And if you're watching the replays, you know what I'm asking. If you're ready, I want you to write, I'm ready. And I always say you need to be ready to receive a powerful message. Super important. It's like anything. When you're ready to receive something, you have to be ready to receive it. And if you are, I want you to post it here. I'm ready. And if you're watching this as a replay, I'm talking to you also. Okay. Today, I'm going to teach on how to get free and how to stay free. So TJ says, I'm ready. Awesome, TJ. How to get free and how to stay free. So let's just jump in. And so the first thing is, when I decided that I wanted to start my business 18 years ago, and I'll walk you guys back, I wanted to be a coach, a mom coach. And I had no idea. Hey, Erica, I'm so glad you're here. I had no idea how I would become a mom coach. I didn't know any mom coaches. There was no example. There were no curriculums. There were a lot of health coaches. There were a lot of business coaches and things like that. But what I wanted to do, there were no other people out there doing it in abundance. Like today, there are tons of mom coaches and things like that. So the very first thing I'm going to tell you, if you want to get yourself free and you want to stay free, the first thing you have to do is you've got to start with the highest vision for your life. And so even though I didn't have any examples when I got started of what I wanted to do, I knew that that was something that was a high level skill for me. Women would come to me all the time in mom groups and ask me about how is it that I always make time for my own life, independent of my kids and my husband, and being a great committed mom and wife, but still owning the me and mommy. And they would ask me all the time, just my strategies and my tips. So I knew that there was something there. And I want you to think about yourself. Likely there's something right now that you've been doing over and over again that people ask you about over and over again. And you're like, man, I bet that could be a business. That's really how it started for me. The first thing was I got a high vision, a tall vision for my life. And I decided that despite the fact that I didn't know anyone in my neighborhood, anyone in my peer circle, no one in a work situation at all that were doing what I wanted to do, it didn't stop me. It didn't make me dumb down my vision, mute my story or my desire. I decided that the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move in the direction of what I already know. Life has clues, and often it's what people are saying to you naturally that will indicate to you what is it that people want from you. Think about what you've already heard. The second thing that I did was I decided that I was going to learn from someone who was free the way that I wanted to be free. Okay, so hear me on this. And I know that this might hurt the feelings of some folks out there that are listening, but maybe you haven't done this, or maybe you're this person that you're the kind of person that you'll tell someone you'll help them do something you haven't done yourself. But I know that this was a strategic move for me, and it changed my entire life. I decided that I wanted to be a full-time entrepreneur. And the only teachers, mentors, coaches that I have ever worked with, every single person I've ever worked with over the years, and there haven't been many, they've all been free themselves and free the way I wanted to be free. So let me clarify. Certainly there were options for me to invest with speakers who were on the road the majority of their year. And I don't have anything against it. It's great work. But for me, I wanted to be a mom that could show up at all my kids' games and date my husband in the middle of the day. And I was looking to build a business that allowed me to have time freedom. And I didn't want my income to be based on my ability to perform by traveling all around. Does that make sense? If I was traveling, I wanted to be able to travel on my own terms, but not out of obligation because of the kind of work that I had structured my business for. So I decided that I would find mentors. I would look for a mentor who was free the way I wanted to be free. And when I tell you guys this is a golden nugget, this is a golden nugget that most people miss because they get so caught up in the hype, the glamour, right? A fancy something or another, speech, a dress, all of these things that don't matter. But I focused on what really mattered most and what my ultimate desire was, which was to be able to be a part of my children's life and world on my own terms. And so I sought out a mentor who worked from the comfort of her home and then literally would go to Mexico for 4 to 5 months out of the year because she doesn't do winter, and live there. And I was like, man, I love that model and I'd like to do that my own way. And I want to learn from someone who is really free, whose income is not based on their ability to perform, who have the flexibility to live anywhere they want to in the world and run their business. And I decided that I would select her as a mentor. I've had the same mentor for the last 18 years. It's changed my life. And I'm sharing this with you because a lot of times when we see that someone's created a result, we don't always know how someone's created that result. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for 18 years. I hired my first mentor 18 years ago, and she's literally my mentor today. Just today, we had a coaching call. I had a coaching call with her, and I say this to you because I want to tell you the truth. The fact of the matter is, I've literally only had 3 or 4 mentors in my entire 18 years. I've had one primary mentor, and I've always executed what she asked me to do. And I'm teaching you here because if you want to get free, you need to have a model of someone who's doing the thing that you want to do, and you've got to learn from them because that's who can truly teach you. All right. And I know that sometimes we think that we can coach ourselves and teach ourselves, but I didn't know how to build the kind of business that I wanted to, a time-rich business from the comfort of my home. So I had to make an investment in myself at a high level. I did not have the money when I got started. I think she was charging like $1,000 an hour back then. But I had to find the money, and it really changed my life. And I had to make a commitment to do the work, and you will too. Number 3, if you want to get free and you want to stay free, the third thing is really important to do is you got to package what you know that solves a problem. And this is where a lot of people get really mixed up. They want to sell the thing that they want to sell. But at the end of the day, it's really not about that. It really is about, if you want to get yourself free, you've got to create a product that solves a problem, and a common problem. And usually there's a clue. People are usually all around you all the time, asking you for things over and over again. Look at the trends, think about what is it that people are coming to you for, and you need to package what you know and make sure that whatever that package is, it solves a problem, okay? Not just something that you looked on somebody's website and you saw what they're doing and you're like, oh, I'm this kind of coach too, I'm gonna copy that. No, just because you see it doesn't mean it sells. Trust me, I've looked at thousands of websites from clients before, over the years, who have come to me because their stuff is not selling. Beautiful sites, but they don't convert, they're not selling. So don't copy anything that you see. You can trust me on this. But you need to package what you know that solves a problem. And really, if you think about it, if you are solving the problems of others, you will be able to consistently always have customers. You'll always be in demand, because ultimately, if what we have, we're solving the problems of others, people are always going to come to you. There are going to be more people that will say, I have the exact same problem as, the person you just helped. Can you support me? So that's how I kind of started my business. I had all these moms that would come to me and ask me, how did I find time for myself and in my life? And I decided the very first thing was to write a book about how to help moms find time for their lives, and created a coaching program all around that. And it was just based on my soft skills. It was based on what I knew how to do exceptionally well. I didn't have to go back to school. I didn't have to get a certification to do what I already know. And likely you don't either. You have everything that you need already to begin to launch. If this is making sense, I want you to write, this is making sense. And, I think it's super important to understand that sometimes the things that we want, they really aren't difficult to have. It's just a matter of shifting your perspective around what's available to you. Number 4, how to get free and how to stay free. Number 4, package and learn to sell only high ticket products. So when I think about it, and I think, what is it? How is it that I built this business and I got myself free, and then I've been able to stay free for 18 years. And I'm like, how did I do it? And the truth of the matter is, I created a package that solved a problem, and I never sold anything. Hear me, guys. I've never sold anything that was low ticket. I never sold anything for low ticket. So many people want to build their businesses and sell things for $97 or $150 or $150 a month or per transaction, all that, like $150, $250, $500. But I never did that. I always packaged what I had as a high ticket offering. And what it did for me was it really changed the quality of the people that I got to work with. It allowed me to equally be able to do good work. It allowed me to really be able to create amazing products that could deliver real and true results to others. And I want you to think about this, that there's so many people out there that are creating all kinds of junky products just to create a product, just to sell what they want to sell to someone. There's no competition in the lane of delivering incredible value and results to others. And it's interesting to me because so many people really do struggle with standing in their value and charging what they're worth. And it's because they don't really understand that it's a lot easier to work with less people and to make more per client with people who really want to do the work than to work with a lot of people who really don't want the result. And unfortunately, that's what the majority of people do, is that they work with the wrong demographic from the beginning. And so as a result of that, they never quite get to do the amazing work that you started to do. I decided I wanted to change the lives of families. I wanted to really take my message all around the world. I wanted to be able to be a mentor on national television. I've done that. Emmy nominated, nationally syndicated television shows I've been signed to. I wanted to be able to do deals with corporate brands so that I could support and get the message out to support more moms. I've been able to do that with Fortune 100 companies and Fortune 500 companies. And I say this to you because all of these things, none of these things I sold for low ticket. And even though I was new, even though I was just getting started, even though I was a mom coach, because there are a lot of people who say if you're selling a soft skill, your prices are going to be lower. But none of that's true. All of that's illusion. Hey there, Karen. And I just want to share with you that there are other options. And if you've never thought about this before, I hope that as a result of hearing what I'm sharing with you tonight, that it really helps you. You got to package and learn how to sell what you have for high ticket and stop selling what you have for low ticket. It's so much work and you really don't attract the right demographic and you never get to do the good work that you're meant to because you're with the wrong demographic to begin with. I see so many people who get burnt out. They get tired of trying to work with the wrong people, or they're doing the work, but they're at the end of the day, because they're not charging what they should be charging, they're not profitable. So they just can't stay in business. They can't get themselves free. But I know that the reason that I've been able to build a business to get myself free was literally because I always stood in my value. I always charged based on the results that I created for others. And I only built products and services that could deliver a result, period. Number 5, the 5th thing you need to know if you want to know how to get free and stay free, thank you, Karen, is you need to understand what a high income skill is, okay? And I think a lot of times people don't really understand the power of having what I call a high income skill. Now, high income skill is when you have the ability, right, to create a result for someone and you package that result in a product or a service that someone can invest in. That's a high income skill. You'll never go hungry when you have a high income skill. It means that if someone wanted to work with you right now based on what you know how to do, you can create a result for them. All right. I know that one of the things that literally changed my life and allowed me to get free and stay free is that from the very beginning, I built a high income skill. And I didn't hone a low income skill, meaning started selling things for $150 and I needed a gazillion customers in order for me to hit, replace a salary that I'd make it work, $150,000, $200,000 in a workplace. If I were selling something for $150, how many clients do I need to replace my income if that's my income? I want you to think about it. Conversely, if I'm selling something for $10,000, $15,000, $5,000, $25,000, and I'm looking to replace a 6-figure income, you only need 4, 6 clients, 8 clients max. It's a whole different mentality. It's a completely different ball game. But the truth of the matter is, you got to understand that you have the ability to create a high income skill when you can solve a problem for someone. And that's completely different. And when you do that, you become in demand because people are really looking for true experts, real experts, people who not only talk the talk, but walk the walk, who have the ability to create results for others and they have proof, they have evidence of it. I hope this is supporting you. All right, I'm going to just post a couple of your comments. Karen says, it's so true. I love that picture of you. And hey there, darling. And TJ says, this is making sense. Awesome. And Karen says, I've changed my mindset through what I've learned from you. Awesome. I appreciate you and people appreciate when you stand in your value, don't they? They absolutely do. And looking for, let me try to post this, Karen. You're welcome. And looking for experts, especially now. People are looking for truth, okay? They're looking for authenticity, okay? They're looking for people that can help change their lives. And if you think about like right now, what just happened with the pandemic, and there's so many people right now that they just want truth. They are looking to change their life. And if you have the ability to support them in that transition with your skills and your talent, you can market what you have as a high income skill in opposed to a low income skill. One of the things that I've absolutely been against, and my clients know this, is so often you'll hear people say, build a course, just get started, just build a basic course. And when people come, then you can raise your fees or, go from there. And I think, man, it's such a disservice. Imagine all your education, all your experience, your incredible background. And why would you sell what you have for low ticket or do a 5-day challenge for free or any of that stuff, right? Because the fact of the matter is, because of what you're going to change someone's life, and that has value. And you have to understand what that value is. We're talking about getting free and staying free. And you cannot get yourself free and stay free doing a host of free challenges. I'm just telling you, okay? Doing a host of beta tests. I'm telling you, a host of low ticket, whatever. All right. It's not going to get you free. And I never did any of those things. All right. Number 6. And I know if you're watching me here, I already know you didn't come to any of those things for free with me because I don't offer any of those things. Number 6, focus on quality and not quantity. If you want to get yourself free and you want to stay free, the reality is you need to focus on the quality of what you do and not the quantity. And I think that that's one of the things that's been missing in the marketplace are true experts, people who deliver quality, who do what they say, who have the ability to create results for others, who only put together packages and programs and systems and courses with guarantees that they know they can deliver a result for someone else. And if you want to separate yourself in the marketplace, focus on quality. You will find there is no competition, okay? Because people are focusing on that smoke screen, right? The reason it's easy to sell a low ticket when you don't deliver results for others, you sell a low ticket because you know that, number one, you're in front of a demographic and they're not investment minded. They weren't looking for a result to begin with. And number 2, you don't even have to guarantee anything because of the demographic you're in front of. Conversely, if you decide to charge high ticket for what you do, you're going to get a different demographic. They're going to be desiring a result. They're going to likely be more actionable. Okay. They're going to make you better. You're going to have to grow and change. You're going to have an incredible business doing what you really love and watching lives change. And that's pretty exceptional. And I can tell you that when I got started in my business, I remember literally saying to myself, gosh, it would be so great to be able to coach 5 clients at one time, 10 clients at one time, 20 clients in 1 year. I remember just that being my wish list. And I look back on all of it with tremendous gratitude and thanksgiving. And I think what has allowed me to get free and stay free is quality, not quantity, right? Right. So Karen says, we just received 100,000, 50K, and 30K grants due to my programs. Isn't that amazing? Like, how about that, right? Because of what you know how to do and the value you're offering and bringing to the workplace. And then Karen says, I'm no longer hustling and grinding. Hustling and grinding is unnecessary. And typically when people are doing that, they have the wrong models. They don't understand they have a high income skill. They don't know how to package what they know at the highest level. And I miss you also, Karen. Awesome. I love you sharing. And number seven, if you want to get free and stay free, is you need to create extreme results for others to position yourself. See, one of the things that will set you apart in the marketplace is understanding that you can be positioned as the person that delivers results. Yeah. Okay. And like, think about how this all ties together. If you're only selling what you know how to do, if you only create what you have, your with your knowledge to deliver a result for someone, then the reality is that the people you're going to attract are people who want those results. And so they're going to start giving you testimonials, sharing what the proof is. And they'll willingly do it because your only intention when you started your company was to help others get what they want. And when you help others get what they want, you will always get what you want. It is just flat true. So learn and focus on creating extreme results for others, and that will position you. Sometimes I'll have someone that will say to me, Mia, this is what I want to do in my business. And they're not really client focused. They're not focusing on what does the client need to create tremendous results with what your skill set is. That's the way you want to think about what you're bringing to the table in the marketplace. That's the thing that's missing in the marketplace. We've got so many people who want to earn the income, but not a lot of people that want to earn the results. If you earn the results, you will never, ever have to worry about, hustling and grinding. You'll never have to worry about your leads drying up because people will come to you. All of my clients, literally for years, every single one of my clients, they come to me. I work from the comfort of my home. They raise their hand. They reach out to us. They make a decision to say yes to work with me. And they say yes because of the results that my systems have created. So, and the same will be true for you. If you focus only on creating and delivering results for others, you will attract people who desire results. And those results will be undeniable. And that will position you as the obvious choice in the marketplace. I teach my clients step by step how to do that. Number 8, never compete on price. Over the years, it's interesting because I've always charged high ticket. So over the last 18 years, I've never sold low ticket things. And it's interesting because there always were people who would say to me, you rock. I appreciate you. There have always been people that have said to me, me, I'm thinking of working with you, but there's this coach and she's so much less than what you charge. And I want to work with you, but she's less. And I've always said to them very plainly, and I've always meant it, if that coach does what I do for half or a third, you should work with them. If they do what I do. Because ultimately, someone working with me is not about price, and someone working with you is not about price. It's about results. And what I understand and I stand behind is that I can't work with everyone. I can only work with people who are investors in results, people who are willing to make an investment because they want to learn how to achieve a result. I'm not looking just to work with someone that wants to just be in a course or, or whatever. I'm looking to work with someone that values results and that wants to invest in that. And you've got to ask yourself that question, like for yourself, like when you are making investments, are you thinking about the kind of results? And I would say, look, when someone creates results, there's always evidence. Sure, there's evidence, there's history of the results. So you can usually see a history of people getting results. But if someone's working currently, likely these people are creating results in real time all the time, like all the time. And I can tell you each and every month, I get on my calls and clients come on and they've done all kinds of fantastic things. We were on a call, but I think it was 2 weeks ago. One of my clients doubled her prices, literally doubled her price from like $3,300 to $6,600 with the same client. Never did this before. Closed her first 10 grand contract. Never did that before. Had another client who had negotiated a contract that would have normally been $15,000 perhaps to 40. I think she closed it for $50,000. Incredible. Ended up closing over $200,000 in about 9 weeks of business. Had never done this before. Year before, did about $40,000 altogether in her business. I love working with people that value results, and not all things are equal. And you got to understand, if you want to get free and stay free, you've got to focus on results and never compete on price. If someone wants to work with you, they will pay for the results and transformation that you bring to the table. I'll go to a couple of comments. And Karen says, since March 2020, I've been working from home, and it's the best feeling not having to commute. Isn't it though? Isn't that amazing? And still getting results. Isn't that amazing? I love it. And I've begun to scale up my business and hire 2 new dedicated people. I love this, Karen. And congratulations to you. You deserve that and so much more. Kenyatta says, hi, everyone. And a special hello to you, Mia. Hello, darling. Mia, you rock because you rock. I believe I can rock as well. Hey, yes. You know what? Whatever we see in others is what's inside of us. Let's think about it, right? So whatever it is that you see is who you are, okay? And number 9, only work with investors. Okay, so let me go in on this, okay? So if you want to get yourself free and stay free, you've got to get rid of this idea that you've got to be on discount or you got to do things for free in order for you to move this business forward. And it is the thing that is getting in the way. I mean, when I breaks my heart, I when I hear someone say that they're going to do a 5-day challenge for free. They're gonna do a 21-day challenge for free. That was the most I've ever heard. And I was like, oh, you're gonna coach people for 21 days for free. Okay. Oh, worse than that is $90 for 90 days. Oh, this for free. Okay, we're talking about getting free and staying free. All right. And you know, beta testing, something that is absolutely amazing, your genius, right? Your proprietary system. And you're like, because these are new customers, I'm going to give this to you for, half off or a third, or it is the thing. It's the reason why you're not free. And it literally is because you actually need to know how to take your knowledge, how to package what you're doing, how to price to fully value your transformation, how to sell and how to market and how to close. And if you don't know how to do that, you got to make an investment in a system. And I certainly could help you with that. But you got to make an investment in a system to teach you how to do that. And the reason you're giving things away is because you don't know how to close. You don't know how to value what you've got and communicate that value to a client. And that's why you think that giving it away to people is going to attract the right people, but you're not. You want to focus primarily on attracting an investor. And an investor, Karen writes, true investors see your talents and will pay anything to work with you because you bring something unique and of value to the table always. And people, I mean, think about it. I mean, I love like great service and I will pay for a great service. And most people are that way, right? Like most people like will pay more to have more. Okay. So I want you to think about that the next time you're thinking, man, I know that I can really help people. And you're thinking that your mode to market what you have is to devalue what you have, right? In opposed to establishing the value so that you can attract the right person who's looking for the system and the results that you provide. This is super important. We're talking about getting free, staying free, and only work with investors. Over the years, that's what I've done. I've never done a beta test or none of that. None of that. And I know that's why I'm free and why I stay free. And I know that there's somebody out there saying, but Mia, I'm a heart-centered entrepreneur and I just have to give to people. Not everyone's in the same place. And I understand that. I understand you. And I have a lot of people who run their businesses like it's an offering, right? Like you pay whatever you want to pay, but you got to make your decision. You got to make a decision. Are you going to run this business like a company? You're going to run this business like a business. Actually, you can help so many more people by really charging what you're worth and standing in your value, because then you can have longevity in the business to be able to serve more people at your highest. The issue I have when people undercharge, they go on discount, they're not standing in their value, is that they're usually out of business in a year or two max. And all those people who needed your purpose, all of those people who needed your gifts, your knowledge, they don't get to have access to you because you can't, if you're changing the lives of others, you should also be changing your own life. Imagine spending all your time, your talent, your energy, your money, and investing in a business to change the life of everyone. And you're making a sacrifice of time. Maybe sometimes you're not with your kids because you're like, I'm going to build this business to get free. But because you're not charging what you should be charging, you actually never get to bless your kids and make a difference in the lives of your family. I just want you to think about it, all right, today. So today I want to talk about how to get free and how to stay free, because this is something that means everything to me. I know for a fact that working from the comfort of my home has really been just an incredible game changer for me and for my family. And now, as my youngest son is a freshman in high school, which I can't believe is the case, but he's a freshman in high school. And now we're looking at where we're going to live. Like, where my husband and I are literally looking at where else are we going to live? And we're literally thinking about moving abroad to live, because we can live anywhere. We don't have school. When Matthew's out of school, out of his high school, we can live anywhere. And I love building a business that's created this tremendous freedom for me. And it's been a lot of fun for us to explore what this is going to look like. And I'll take you guys along on the journey as we decide where we're going to live. But we're seriously considering, just saying, Puerto Rico as our primary residence. And because we can. And you can build a business that gives you tremendous freedom and options to do what you want, when you want, and how you want it. And if you don't know how to do that, then I'd love to support you in being able to do that. Yes. Yeah, Karen writes, freedom it means everything. It really does. And lots of fun. We're so excited, choosing a location. We know that we're going to choose a place likely in the Caribbean is our first choice. And it's just exciting to have options to be able to decide to do what you want, because you built your business the right way. In closing, one of the things I want you to know is that what you know is very valuable. So don't discount anything, not a hard skill, not a soft skill. Soft skills are things that you naturally know how to do. In my case, it was motherhood. And that's how I got started in this business, right? Teaching women how to find time for their lives and coaching them around that soft skill. So nothing is off the table. So your hard skills could be some maybe what you learned in school or what you're doing professionally at work. Maybe you want to merge those things together in some way. That's what I did. I took my background as a corporate trainer and my systems in motherhood and built a business from it. But I want you to know that it's not just putting these things together. It's really starting with that highest and tallest vision and having intention around that. You can package what you do at the highest level to really serve others, to create tremendous impact. And if you take your talents and use them and your abilities to create results for others at the highest level, you will be properly compensated as a high income with a high income skill. And so don't discount what you're doing. I hope that if nothing else, that you guys got that. What's one aha or takeaway that you got as a result of being here today? And if I can support you in any way, you can always inbox us or go to miaredrick.com, miaredrick.com. Karen writes, Mia, great seeing you, Mia. So have more to learn, passed on your ideas to my daughter, who started a YouTube channel in 2019, and now she's got 25,000 subscribers. Isn't that awesome? I love this. You tell her I said congratulations. So exciting. It's so exciting, right? Like, it's exciting watching people rock it out. So I would love to hear your ahas or a takeaway, or maybe you even have a question and about how to get free and how to stay free. I can tell you this, that I have clients, one of the greatest, I think, compliments that I ever got in my business that meant so much to me, not from an ego perspective, just from my heart, or to my heart, I should say. It was one of my clients, was a new mom, and she was a full-time entrepreneur, and I think it was her fourth pregnancy. She said, it just felt so good to deliver a baby and be able to take 2-3 months off and not have to worry at all, because she had built her business the right way. She's a full-time entrepreneur, but she didn't have to run back in her business even, right, to run her business, right? So I just love being able to help women create those options for themselves. Sometimes they don't know that there is a layer of money around you often that you cannot see, and that when you are able to step into a different light, you're able to see the shadows of what's possible for you. Karen says, my takeaway is that we can all stay free. Absolutely. Get yourself free, and you have to stay free. And it really is basically the strategies that I shared with you today. And I thought, let me just run through what I've done over the years. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for over a decade, and these are the things that I've done. And I started with high vision, and I hired a mentor who was free the way I wanted to be free. And my mantra was, if you're not free, you cannot teach me. If you're not free. And I packaged what I knew to solve a problem. And I only sold that for high ticket, right? Everything I talked about today. And I understood that what I had was a high income skill. So I never, ever undersold what I was doing. And I always focused on quality and not quantity. And I created extreme results for others. And because of it, it positioned me differently. It's the reason why people come to me and say, I have to work with you, is because they want to work with me because they want the results, right? And I've never competed on price. And I only work with investors, people who invest time, money, and energy. And Kenyatta, she says her aha was work with investors. You only work with people who are investment minded, period. Okay, because they're going to be the people that do the work, and they're going to be the people that really value what you're really giving them. All right. And it's a lot easier to serve people who want it versus people who don't want it. So I want to thank you for your time today. I want to thank you for your comments. For those of you who have, and if you're watching the replay, you can always post your comments here. Karen says, I like that, creating extreme results, results that exceed what someone even thought could happen. Like literally, like they never even considered that what could happen for them would happen for them. I have a client who I talk about her quite a lot because she's amazing. And Audra, we started working together over a year and a half ago. And she didn't have a product yet. She created a product. And 3 weeks after working with me, literally closed the first product for $48,000. Now this year, she left her job last year. Now this year, she has a goal to hit $1 million. She's pretty much 30% already to goal. She will crush this goal. And it's so amazing watching your clients lean in, right, to what is possible for them, right? Lean into what's possible for you. And standing on that highest, tallest vision for yourself is incredible. For me, it's incredible just to have a front row seat and to watch people who take 100% responsibility for the implementation, because nothing happens unless you do the work, right? And watching these people do the work to really change their lives forever. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your time. Karen, she writes, life-changing results always. I appreciate you as always, and have a great and amazing day. Be sure to check me out at miaredrick.com, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Have a great night.